Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Here we go. Woohoo! Heart of Dixie, Season 4, Episode 7, called The Butterstick Tab. And we are about to talk all things Bluebell right now with you guys. Keep up with us in the conversation, hashtag ABTDHOD, and you can tweet along with us. You can find me at Southern_Wit.
You guys can find me at The Fancy Hippie.
Oh, I'm Tara, and you can find me at TJ Wagging Her Tail.
And we have a lovely guest in the house, Cricket, on Heart of Dixie. And where can they find you to talk along?
At Brandi Burkhardt, BRANDIBURKHR.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it. So we're super excited. And make sure you follow us on YouTube. Follow us, comment. We love to hear from you. So let's just dig into this episode.
Let's do it.
It's always so fun.
Yeah.
I swear this season's like better than it's been, I think.
I think the audience is getting what they've been asking for.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like because it's just 10 episodes, it's moving faster, so we get the answers, which is really great.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'm a little disappointed with a couple of things, though.
What?
I wanted Magnolia to give Shelby a harder time. Like, I didn't get enough zingers.
Well, let's start with that then.
Oh,
really?
Come on. We've given Shelby a hard time for so long.
I like it, finally.
But isn't she so great at coming out of... Like, she's so graceful.
Totally.
You kind of love her more when she just, like, ices the cake, right? Nobody wants cake without frosting. She's great.
She really is. And that little baby Ethel.
Oh, my goodness.
So
how cute.
We know in Heart of Dixie they always have to have some big event in the town, right? And this time it was Ethel's birthday party. So why don't we just talk about what's going on with the Breland family right now anyways, because it's getting juicy.
Yeah.
So, well, let's start with Lemon. Because she catches her mom and dad walking down the street, and he doesn't say anything until the next day where she's like, I know, I saw you. She's very bitter.
Can you believe that night for her, though? Did she sleep? She must have just been up stewing all night long, trying to figure out some sort of plot or plan or what she was going to say.
I would have been like, I'm trying to go tell the love of my life that I love him. Right? We can be together. And then this woman walks by.
Seriously? And takes all the attention, and now my mind is completely taken away from what I've been waiting for all this time.
She's like, it's bad enough you left me 15 years ago. Now, today of all days.
I almost feel for the mom. I mean, I know that's hard because it's like she was old enough to realize that her mom left her, but like she's trying. You see
I don't get,
emotion.
Though.
I don't know.
When the mom says, I was young. So I did something stupid, but we have the age difference between Lemon and Magnolia, which is fairly big, right, Brandi? What do you say? It's it's big enough where you had one kid, you had a bit of time, you had another kid,
right,
and then you just decide you're going to get up and leave. But you weren't that young.
That's actually true. I think they're like 15 years apart. Because she's like 30.
But we don't really know enough about Lemon's mom to justify her actions. So we're supposed to always look at it through Lemon's eyes. And it actually gives Lemon, and we know that she's identified herself through, the eyes of how her mother treated her, And so it actually gives a justification for how micromanaging she's
That's a good point.
Proper
controlling. She wants everything because she lost that.
And you kind of love her for having, transcended those hardships.
Right. It's kind of like the fear of rejection, I would say. Like she felt very rejected from her mom, so she doesn't want to feel that again. And then George left her at the aisle. Like, the girl's been through a lot.
And that's why Magnolia is so spoiled, because Lemon wanted to overlove her.
Right.
And be that mom.
Yeah, Magnolia made reference to it in this episode where she said, the only mother I've ever known is you, so the decision is yours. But
the decision to actually get to know now their half sister,
which
who's so cute.
I think it's just
She's
a perfect thing
adorable.
to add. I think it's so cute that she's like, and she seems so opposite of them. She's like this little tomboy, and she wants to play sports, but she's so eager to have a family. You know, she made a point of saying, I'm so bored at home, me being an only child, and my parents work all the time. So it just seemed to be like the perfect thing to come together, to add a spark to Lemon's like life and existence and getting over this hard part, but this great thing is coming from it, this cute little sister.
I almost felt so sad for her, though. Could you imagine that, like, dropping that bomb? Like, she walks in to see her mom at the end of the day of having fun with Dr. Hart and Rose, and then she hears this girl screaming at her mom, and her mom's crying. She's like, what in the world? I have two sisters. She's met them both and had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, poor little girl. That's going to take, at least, like, Lemon stepped up.
I think that's going to be easier on her than it's going to be on Lemon because it's a lot for her to let go of.
That's true. And I wonder how she'll act, but it seems like she's doing well.
My heart broke a little bit when they were in the office and the dad walks in. And
Brooks
there and sees it. I was like, no, don't stop. Walk back out that door. Because, I mean, just what he must be going through from seeing that is just
I think Brick is such
awful.
a selfless father that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think he's processing himself, but I think he's putting so much, he's just thinking about Lemon and Magnolia so much that I think it was more about Scarlett being there, and he's thinking about his kids and what it will do to them more than, to him. And the poor father, I don't know if he knows anything whatsoever.
I don't think he has
he doesn't have a clue.
Well, he's got to now if his daughter knows, That's going to be a whole nother.
That's true. I want that scene, her to come home. Guess what, Daddy?
I know.
Yeah.
The one thing I did
Mommy
love
has a whole other family.
is that Brick does have Shelby to kind of fall back on.
Yes.
He loves her. And they're all sitting around the table, like, talking about what to do. And I love that Magnolia said, sit here and help us. Because, like, that's the whole point. If Shelby's going to be a part of the family, they have to let her in, too. Which they have issues with.
They totally have issues with it. And I love that part. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wanted Magnolia to give her just a couple more zingers because that's just who Magnolia is. But, of course, in the end, I like Shelby. I like Shelby and Ethel being a part of their family. And I think it's super cute having the five of them sit around and figure out what the family's supposed to do. So I'm okay with Shelby being accepted. I just want a little bit more from Magnolia in the beginning.
I think it'll still come. She's a teenager.
Just want a little bit more.
She's a teenager. It's got to keep coming.
Yeah.
But at least she was like, no, stay.
Yeah.
Sit here and be a part of the family, which I think is a good first step for these people, especially with all the change that's happening.
Yeah. And I don't think we know enough about Alice yet. Like, we're going to still find out more about that.
Well, the beauty of loving Scarlett is that we can love Alice through Scarlett because we can see the transition.
Plus,
and it seems like she's a really sweet, well-adjusted little girl.
Oh, yeah. And I just wonder what that reasoning was. Like, Lemon didn't want to hear it this episode, but I really do hope that we find out why she left her kids and husband behind. And who knows? We could be like, I don't think it's ever acceptable necessarily because look what happened to these girls. Like, they're still having issues with it, but I don't know. I do want to see the reasoning.
Yeah, well, Brick even said, talking to her and understanding and hearing her side, there's some type of closure there. So even if you can't understand the reason, or if the reason is still hard for you and you would never do it, just hearing it helps you close that door and move on to something else in your life.
And there was a fun little bit with this episode and this whole scenario where we had Zoe Hart was the one sort of guiding Lemon through all of this. She says the thing about with her father and getting closure, and then says maybe you want to have this relationship with Scarlett. And obviously Lemon, nothing drives her crazier than Zoe Hart, but it's cute to see those little moments between the two of them.
It was funny because I actually predicted that last week, that the one person that Lemon would go to would be Zoe.
You did, yep.
I thought she'd confide in her, and I mean, it kind of happened. It's not what I expected necessarily. I thought they'd be like really, like she'd cry to Zoe or something like that. But I kind of like it.
Well, in a small town, it's like really hard to keep up your appearances, and Lemon is a super strong woman, so she wouldn't have anybody really. I mean, Annabeth, sure, who is off doing her own thing, right? But it does make sense that she goes to Zoe because there would be. If there's judgment, she's already accepted that there would be judgment.
Right.
That's their thing.
Exactly. So it's almost the perfect match, which I love.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Annabeth because that's just a good segue into this situation.
This was fun.
I don't know, you guys. Annabeth and George.
Did we see it come in?
No, I actually didn't. I was like, I didn't want to see it coming, actually.
Well, they're the only two that haven't dated.
Right.
That's true.
I think so.
Yeah, but there were several people who...
Lemon and Wade, but they fake dated.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I
But
guess
there were
that kinda counts.
several fans we had who like called it episode 2, who've been trying to convince us from day one, and I've just been like, no.
I like it, but I have a hard time seeing it. Like I watch it, and I'm like, it just doesn't really make sense to me. I like
chemistry-wise
the idea of
or
it.
like character-wise?
I think character-wise.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Character-wise.
deeper. Maybe it is chemistry. I don't
think
know.
they have pretty
but-
good chemistry, actually, when I watched. My thing was, we thought they were going to kind of branch out, and we thought George might leave Bluebell and go to New York, and Annabeth might go away to nursing school and kind of just, like, get out of the
we
town.
have some episodes left.
We sure do.
It's true.
And
The
I still
season's
think
not
that.
over.
I will say, though, I can applaud the writers for writing such a Southern gentleman in George.
Oh, yeah.
He asked Annabeth out. He didn't text her. You know,
Right?
He walked her
About
to
time.
her door.
Can we just stop for a second
Thank
and give
you.
some advice to all of the men who are watching the show and who watch Heart of Dixie?
How about that?
Yep, they're out
Well,
there.
they're already ahead of the game,
Right.
but
I
Yeah.
loved
Exactly.
it. He walked
Call
her
a
to
girl.
her door, asked, "Can I kiss you?" I mean, that's just how it should be.
It was
Being a
good.
gentleman goes a long way.
And you don't see that
Let's
a lot
be
on
clear.
television, so thank you, Bluebell. Thank you, Heart of Dixie.
Mama taught him something right,
All right,
huh,
that's what I'm
Mr.
saying.
Tucker?
Yeah.
But how funny was it that they could not find a place to go on a date?
And then like, we've got Cricket going with the whole list of places.
And you got Tom doing the same. It's like,
thing.
what?
Yeah.
That is
Options
a super small
are
town.
limited.
they should have
small
just
town.
called for Domino's and
I know, right?
stayed in.
I know.
Totally.
True, on the boat that
Right.
Annabeth owns, that George rents.
But that wouldn't have been a proper
personal.
Southern first date. You
That's
can't be in the
true.
house.
See?
You got to take the girl out.
Yeah.
Gotta
What
stay
did we
true.
think? What did we think about the date? I mean, at least they could laugh over the awful food.
Well, I thought it was really fun, and I thought it said a lot about them as a couple or friends or whatever their relationship is going to be, that they were able to take such a crazy situation
Right.
and make it so fun and lighthearted. And if they do end up together, what a great story to have
Yeah.
as a first date.
What
when
a-
they got food poisoning.
Oh, wow. What else could
When
you
they were
get
about
from
to
that
That is not
place?
sexy,
It was,
people.
it was a great moment, though.
Ugh.
But it shows how comfortable they were to say to each other, I think the salmon's about to come back up, or I got,
See ya.
Right, when you go on a first date, you would have said anything like, my house is burned down, I gotta go. Like, you would
Yeah.
not have admitted
You would not have been honest.
You would
Right.
not have been
Not at
honest.
all.
So it shows how comfortable they are, and that's the part that gets me. They're almost a little too comfortable.
Like brother and sister.
Yeah, it's almost like a friend vibe I'm getting.
Right.
So don't get me wrong, I thought the kiss was hot. I thought the kiss was good, it deserved the toast, all
Yeah.
that good stuff. But I don't know yet if it's enough for that,
Yeah.
passion yet. I'm not sure. We'll
I think
see.
we gotta see it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But how good that Lemon was actually genuinely happy for Annabeth.
Yes.
Because I mean, that's hard. That's her first love too. I don't know that I could easily be like, I'm okay with you dating someone after
Yeah.
that
She
much
tried
history.
to scheme them together already.
I know.
So she couldn't really
She
object
couldn't
too
say
much,
anything.
right?
But wasn't that like a high school love? Whereas Levon was more of a
Yeah, the
an adult
actual-
love.
Right.
Definitely
secret.
different.
And I was waiting for
Until-
Levon to say something to George, because he paused for a second when George mentioned it to him, and I thought Levon was, he had to process it for a second, but then he was like, this is something I can get behind. I was proud of him, but I was like, oh my gosh, Levon's gonna shut this down. What are we gonna do?
No, I knew he wouldn't. He can't. After they just dealt with that whole situation, fighting over Lemon, and then finally realizing and not being in love with Annabeth, you can't keep her on
That's
your.
true.
No.
You know?
I mean, you could, but I mean, yeah,
It was
wouldn't be
really
a cool
sweet
move.
of George
No.
to ask, too. Because he didn't have to.
Yeah.
But it was a very sweet thing of him to
That
do.
George Tucker.
I know.
Good Southern
That's why I wanted
upbringing.
him and Zoe Hart together from the beginning, and I know it's not going to happen. But I'm still a little upset about it.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
But Cricket went on a date this episode.
Yeah.
So what is happening here? Because
We saw my love interest again.
I know, but man, she had a lot of other love interests.
I know, and I thought, isn't this the thing like lesbians move in like second week?
Right.
That's what I saw on the L Word.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Are we gonna see more of that?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
good.
It's coming up.
Are we going
Okay.
to meet some of these ex-girlfriends?
You know, I hope not. Cricket might not be as nice as you remember her to be.
Right.
It's funny because the actress that plays Jacine is friends with one of my best friends, and they went to college together.
Oh, how funny.
Randomly.
Such a small world.
Yeah.
So it's easy. You're just like,
Well, I just posted on Instagram. I'm like, hey, she does go out with other people. Redhead caught red-handed.
Oh, how funny. I love it. I love it. No, I kind of like this story, though. I mean, at least there's one. I mean, you know, didn't they send you a registry of
Could have
lesbians?
been my gym teacher.
Yeah.
For real.
I love, though, the entire time that you're having this conversation with her where you're in shock and you're getting upset, the smile does not leave your face.
Like,
it's just so perfect. That Cricket, that super sweet Southern girl who's like, you will not break me, but I am mad.
But like a smile, isn't it? Like in nature, it's kind of like showing your teeth. Like I'm gonna bite your head off in just a second here.
I do love that Annabeth was like, I'm going to leave you to this long conversation that you're about to have.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I guess we'll see how that unfolds, which is kind of funny.
I can't wait for that.
But I do have to comment on Cricket's outfits lately. You guys, they're doing all these bold colors.
Yes.
Like the big teal earrings and the bright pink lip. I wrote that down because I was like, that looks so good.
I
For
actually,
spring.
you know, I didn't even remember it until I saw it on camera, and I was like, oh, wow.
looked
I wouldn't even
good.
thought to put that together.
That color, though, you got to get that, girl.
Oh, my goodness. I am, always asking hair and makeup
I can't
and
even
wardrobe. I'm
imagine.
like, give me the numbers, give me the dresses and the designers.
I love it.
But it's funny. It's kind of reminiscent of the fact that Cricket's kind of coming into her own.
So true.
Painting with bolder colors.
I like it.
I
There
like
you go.
it. Do you ever get a chance
Metaphorical.
to consult on what you're wearing, or you just let them pick?
Well, if I really don't like something, I'll be like, "Ugh," in my pictures or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't want you to be uncomfortable. So,
Right.
And most of what they pick is adorable.
I know. I have to say, most every outfit on that show, I'm like, I like that.
They gave me some stuff when
I
we
bet.
wrapped. Actually, they gave me that dress.
They did?
And yes. And then I put it on in my room, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go out in this, and I'm like, oh, this is Cricket. This is not Brandi. This is me. It's very funny. It's very character appropriate.
That's funny. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's very maybe when you go to the South next time,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can pull that out.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Definitely in the South.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the butter stick tab, okay? Because that's obviously another big overarching theme in this episode is Wade and his flirting habits, and he just can't stop.
Zoe, you could have had free muffins for the rest of your life.
Not a $4,200 bill.
Yeah.
But is it really flirting? I mean, coming from the
Yes.
South, we say honey and sugar and
Opening
baby.
that door with shirtless.
Okay, the shirtless, I mean, I wouldn't have complained. Okay, the shirtless part I can see, right? But she just came to the door. But to say, oh, honey, you look gorgeous, and lipstick, that's how we talk in the South. That's how we talk
But wait
in
a
the
second.
South.
Don't we all love Wade for his shirtless scenes?
Yes,
Thank
of course
you
we
very
do.
Okay,
much.
just
Oh, no,
saying.
no. There's
On
no
point.
complaints. There's no complaints.
Point. But the thing is, if I was working behind that counter, I'd be like, he kind of likes me. I might have a chance. And I think that's what Zoe's saying.
Really? Okay. Or I guess I didn't take that from it. I mean, I thought that's just how flowery he talked. I mean, I would have soaked up every compliment he gave me all day long.
Well, those girls did, and they didn't think anything
but
of it.
I didn't think anything of it. Maybe I'm too Southern. Maybe I like compliments too much. I don't know. But I was like, talk to me. I don't,
I mean, we'd all take what we could get for, good compliments like that. But, I mean, Zoe's like, you got to rein it in. You got a boy to raise. He can't be acting like that when he's 4 years old.
Well, okay. No, I get it as far as the kid's concerned, and not letting the kid grow up.
Would you want your man to do that? I want
Never.
respect. I want personal responsibility. I want somebody who's going to be like, no.
All about you, not talking. I get you. That's my issue with it.
A little bit of flirting. Sometimes you're friendly and you could have just a flirtatious personality, and a little bit of it, I get it, it's fun, it's playful, it's nothing. But I mean, he takes it to an extreme. I mean, he's got to rein it in, and he can rein it in a little bit at least.
Wasn't it 6 women that he had to bring to tell them?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I mean, he got it all done. If somebody's going and mailing his fishing stick and
Without
getting
a
free
box.
stuff.
And then you have to think, is it his fault that
Right.
everybody just loves him?
I mean, he does look good.
Because he walks around without a shirt. He can fix my car. I remember the times when he had those scenes where he was always fixing the car, he never had a shirt on. He was like just the right amount of sweaty. Give me a break.
They know how
I'd
to
break
do
my
that.
own car.
Is he like doing abs on set or something? And
I have known those kind of. I have known those kind of actors. He is not like that. He's really chill. He must do that at home.
He
or in
does
his
it at home,
private. He does something, right?
A lot of something.
He's got
He better, because if that's just not fair.
No, not at all.
Not,
and that's nice to hear that he's not that type of actor.
He's not vain like that. And I think that's why he's so funny. Like, he will just start improving on set. And I think that's why everybody loved his chemistry with Rachel so much, is she just laughed.
Yeah.
She could play with him. And I always say, he's from another planet. Like, he can just come up with great ideas, like, every single take.
That's great.
And he's hot.
That's fun.
Yeah, I know.
The full package.
It's kind of not fair.
That's what I was
It's
going to say.
not
It's
fair.
not even fair. I'll take it.
I know.
Fair.
Oh, no.
I said
I'd give him free muffins.
Do you?
Yeah, right? We all would.
I would give him free muffins this season because, like I said, again, I was Team George Tucker until this season.
I don't get it.
And now I've finally made peace with it, and I realized that Wade is
Team Wade.
Wade is hot.
But see, isn't that the great
It's
thing,
true.
is that you should be pro George Tucker, but girls love bad boys, and they think they can reform them. By the way, you can't. But it's good on TV.
It really is.
It makes for good
But
TV.
that's exactly what you think when you watch it. I should like him. He'd be the great guy to take home to mom and dad, but Wade look good.
fixing that car.
But look, George could call somebody to fix your car.
It's true.
Not the same,
It's
but you're
not.
right.
Oh, but him and Zoe, I have to say, I love it. I'm so glad it's finally happening because I'm like, we can't do this for much longer. I love them together. I think they're so cute.
And I love that Zoe is so game.
Yeah.
She's like put herself on the line. She's just saying, hey, I'm here, I'm working for this, and I'm going to challenge you, and you're going to be okay with it.
I
It's
like
really
it.
cool.
I totally like it.
Figure out that $4,200 muffin bill. It's
No,
a
it's
lot
gone
of
now. Isn't it gone now?
Yeah, he managed.
Because
Sweet
managed
talking
it,
he
but-
again.
apologized and said thank you to everybody. He bought them all dinner.
That's a lot of muffins, honey.
beer.
Over 10 years, though, maybe not, but either
Yeah,
way.
he's doing fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't really eat muffins.
Yeah,
No,
no
clearly.
way. He gives those
Clearly
to other
he
women while he
doesn't,
walks down the street.
Aha, that's why he gets his mail sent.
Exactly.
Stashing the muffins for everybody.
So okay, first of all, this is one question I have. Mallory Moy, she looks, I mean, how long has she been pregnant at this point? Wanda is
Wow.
like about to bust.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then
Yes.
Zoe looks like she's about to bust too. So I'm just, I don't,
Yeah,
We're not
where
matched
are
up.
we? Where are we?
Is Wanda gonna pop next episode?
she literally was like, I'm 17 months pregnant. She said that on this episode.
with her
I'm like, but she really has been.
Yeah, a long time.
I wish I remembered.
Yeah, it's hard. The timeline's very hard to keep up with, I must say. But I think we've got to have a couple babies coming out by the end of this season.
Yeah.
Sooner
And maybe
than
the
later.
goat's going to have something. I mean, there's got to be something popping around there.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have to talk about Lemon finally telling Levon. We didn't even talk about that.
so sweet.
She finally says.
It was so sweet. Okay, and everybody knows I was not Team LL. Okay. Not sure how I feel about it quite yet, but I will say I do love the fact that Levon said, you don't even have to worry about it. Like, I'm all in. Don't even think about this right now. Wherever you need to handle, I'm here for you. You just don't get that a lot from dudes. And so I love that. I mean, so I have to love that. I have to love the fact that she reached out to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't bought my ticket yet, but I'm checking the schedule. I'm getting there.
I like them, and I'm really happy because I still want to see so much more of, like, you see it already happening of how he's been there supporting her because he was the one she confided in a long time
Right.
ago. So you finally see it coming back around where it's like, oh, this is why they do connect. I really like them together.
But even beyond that, every time there's been such a big issue in either of their lives, who do they run
Right.
to? Lemon's always solving Levon's problems, and Levon's always pinch hitting for Lemon. So
They're like
true.
perfect,
They're
actually.
they're a
True.
great team.
The mayor
They
and
are a
the
good team.
I don't know, the Queen of Bluebell.
own that town. Those two
Oh.
personalities together.
I know.
Yeah.
Done.
But I like it because they've both grown over these seasons, so it's like you see so much better of Lemon. Like I see so many more qualities
Yeah.
that I like that she's finally ready for someone for real.
Right.
You know?
And Levon is real.
Yeah,
I
they're
love me some Levon.
Have you guys ever talked about like Rose and Zoe? and how their relationship is, because she's always being like, I mean, Zoe doesn't always tell Rose everything, but Rose seems to know.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like she knew she was pregnant. She was the first person to know that.
And they seem to get each other. There's
They
like
do.
a mentor relationship.
It's like Magnolia and Lemon, like, because the Magnolia
like a
Rose
sister
thing.
matchup.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have to, sometimes with Rose and Zoe, I'm wondering who's mentoring whom, because it's like Rose, even though she's a minor, is so mature and so in sync and so intuitive that she just gets it sometimes. And I'm like, you're too young for that.
But she hasn't been hurt.
Yeah, at all.
So-
It's very
That's
true.
true.
And she's
This is
a
really
smart
true.
little cookie. She's
Yeah.
a smart girl. And Zoe gets very manic at times, and she can bring her back down.
It's true.
It's true. They are super cute.
I like Rose. I think I saw her once in a P.F. Chang's, actually, and I was like, you're so good. With her and her mom, I think. Because she doesn't live out here, right? She lives...
She goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
how
she's super
cute.
cute,
Yeah.
and I just think I like her character a lot because it brings a different twist with Zoe, which
And
I
it's
think is
great
important to
see
see.
her and Magnolia too, the popular girl
Oh,
and the
my
outcast,
goodness.
a gorgeous outcast by the way.
But it was funny because they looked like they were going to get along because they had Scarlett as the buffer, and then it was so awkward when Scarlett and they were just like, "Hi, how are you?" You know, it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. I
never
don't-
going to happen.
I don't think that one's going to happen. Plus, I don't know if Rose even cares anymore. At one time, I think she really cared. Now I think she's over it. She's found
Yeah,
her
she
niche.
knows who she is, which is
Yeah.
great to know at what 16 or 17.
We
Oh,
never
yeah.
really get there with our high school friends, do we? You know, we always go back to your reunion and you're like, oh, why does it feel like I'm still in high school?
Right.
So it's really nice to see her
Yeah, it is.
transcend that.
It was a good episode, y'all.
It was a good
Was there anything else we left
episode.
out of this one specifically? Because I think I did hear some good music in the background. I heard a Chase Rice song, country song.
Oh, did
if
you?
anybody's a country fan.
What do we think of Meatball singing?
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up next.
He's got a beautiful
Is he like the
voice.
breakout star?
We've talked about that before. Yeah, he's the one that you remember.
I see
regardless
him
of
on
what he
every
does.
commercial right now, actually.
Right?
I'm like, again?
And if
He
you
doing
look,
well.
I mean, every time I look up, I see Erica, who plays Jacine.
Yeah.
She's on like 3 commercials right now, too.
Now that you say that,
I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys.
Doing
What
just fine.
commercials is she on? So that way
Oh,
I'm
well, I
keeping
don't
an eye on
remember.
it.
Yeah.
All right,
You
well,
know,
I'll
you
keep
just
an
like,
eye out.
oh.
Product.
Are we gonna see more of you singing though? Because
I
you
know, I was
have a
about to ask.
background in theater and
does.
musical theater.
You might see me singing on stage, but I don't think
But
we
not
have
in
another-
Heart of Dixie?
You know, we have some musical things coming up. Yeah, we do.
We gotta,
They should,
yeah.
they should use
I mean, it's
that.
Bluebell.
Right. There has to be
Yeah,
some
there's
big
some
event
sort
every
of thing.
episode.
Yeah.
What can we expect with Cricket's character? I mean, we'll see this JC relationship evolve, I'm sure.
Well, I think she's just finding her footing in what it is to be a lesbian and own it.
Right.
And and I actually think it's funny because I don't have any idea what it's like to be a lesbian. And
So it's got to be fun to act.
Well, it is because I was just kind of like, well, I don't know how to do this, so like, what do I do? And then I just said to myself, you know what? We're just gonna pretend that I'm in love. Like, we're just gonna be
Right.
in love, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that was so liberating and wonderful because that's all any of us
Yeah.
are, right? So,
It's true.
so that evolves.
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of people reach out to you about the storyline and how much it's meant to them?
A couple of people, yeah. And actually, I just had an interview with someone else, and I was saying, like, oh, when I first got I mean, I was in my bed, and it was midnight, and I had a table read the next day, and I was like, oh, I better read the rest of the script for tomorrow. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what happened? What?
No one told
What happened? What? No one told me.
Wow.
Oh,
I was like,
funny.
what is happening? And then I was like, what am I going to, I mean, oh my gosh, I'm totally unprepared. And it was really funny because I was like, oh, she's going to wear pink sparkly combat boots next season. Duh.
I love it.
But it's like, it's so nice that she's just her and
Yeah.
she's just doing what she always did, but it's like an authenticity that she's kind of working out in herself. And I think like when Lemons left the bells, when Annabeth left the bells, when Cricket left the bells, you
They
know,
all
you
started
kind of grow
finding
into
themselves.
yourself.
Yeah.
I was still shocked, though, that it wasn't the husband.
Well, when we were,
I was like, that was like the biggest bomb that was dropped in Heart of Dixie.
when we were filming the scene, the very first time we did the take, meanwhile, there's such chaos going on because it's a wedding scene. So there's like there's 100 people on set. So I finally say, I'm gay. And then I hear, what did she say? Because someone obviously didn't read the script. And it was somebody who's been on the show a lot. So I was like, thank you. I didn't see that coming.
That's funny.
So it was really funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a funny part. I loved it.
Yeah, I love that twist in Bluebell. In Bluebell.
I know.
All that.
And that's a whole different.
That's a whole different game.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that there's so many different relationships represented in Bluebell, because they're everywhere.
It's true.
Whether they're out or not, they're there. So it's great when we can see it and actually talk about it.
I love it. What else is going to happen? What's new coming up with you? I know you can't tell us all that kind of good stuff, but what are you looking forward to the rest of this year? Like
me, well, I'm working on writing some stuff, and I have some stuff in development.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you tell us? No.
Exciting.
We'll
Not
wait
really.
for it.
Yeah.
We had to ask.
That'll be news and gossip one day soon.
Yeah.
We had to ask. So tell me, how do I get to Bluebell? Like, give me the directions.
Right?
Well,
Warner Brothers?
Well, you know.
Yes, definitely Warner Brothers. You take the tour. And actually, if you're in LA and you haven't taken the Warner Brothers tour, it actually is pretty good. I've taken it like 5 times.
So have I.
There's so many good stories. And
Every time someone comes to town, I'm like, oh, Warner Brothers.
It's really
It's
great.
a good one.
Yeah,
You've
that's
seen so
good.
many films. You've seen those locations in so many films, and TV shows.
A girl can hope that Bluebell exists. I just wanted to know.
I think it
Same
does.
thing like Sesame Street. How do you get there?
Similar exists.
Pieces in this world. So
Been trying to figure that out
set,
since 1986.
On set, do you guys have just a ton of fun, like filming this stuff and everybody talking in accents and things like that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's so funny because when you're working like 12 plus hours a day. And you have fun when you miss each other. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to spend more time. And then you miss each other again when you're on hiatus.
Yeah.
So we actually are such a close-knit family, and we get together, offset.
And have fun, yeah.
Caitlin and I have bell meetings. We call them bell
I
meetings.
love it.
They're a little more scandalous, but
I'm sure.
yeah. But we really genuinely enjoy each other's company, and
That's cool.
Have you all
to hear.
wrapped filming for this season?
Yeah,
When did you
in
wrap
October.
that? Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't remember.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking, it had to be a long time ago because Zoe was or Rachel was actually pregnant during this, or is that a fake baby?
No, she was
Fake belly.
actually
That's the actual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we know that someone else is now pregnant as well. Lemon Breland.
That's right.
AKA Jamie King's actually pregnant in real life.
Baby number 2, right?
Congrats.
So that's a whole nother thing. Should there be a season 5?
Should there be a season 5?
Do we know anything about this season 5?
We don't yet. We have not heard.
Probably like
Yeah.
May we'll know or something. I remember last year I was like, when's it coming? When are we going to know?
Yeah.
So we'll hope Bluebell returns.
Yeah.
You guys.
I mean, the great thing about Bluebell is it's so simple and fun and innocent.
Lighthearted.
And yet there's still reality happening. And,
it's a
there's
good way
so
to put
few
that
shows
across.
that can take you out of your real life.
Yeah, sometimes you need that. Yeah, that's why I'm like, where's
That's why you watch
Bluebell?
TV.
I know, right?
But it's a fun hour of television. It's a blast. It really is.
It really is. It's lighthearted and fun to watch.
Yeah. Takes you out
And
of
you
it.
feel, I honestly, being from a small town, you
Yeah.
feel like you could be a
Oh,
part of it. You're
yeah.
like, oh, that's that person from high school, or that, That's what makes it
was
fun.
really fun when we did the lake house episode when we had to go when we went to
yeah.
George's Lake House. That was so fun. We actually the whole week felt like we were actually like on some
you guys
sort of
got
weird
wasted on
vacation.
set?
Sorry.
You guys got wasted on set.
Totally.
Like the whole.
No, that had to be fun. That takes you back to those, those teen years when you're out with your friends.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I mean, and it's fun on the back lot there. There's this lagoon. We went swimming in it.
Well,
it was
there you go.
I mean, hey, what a
Yeah,
great day at work.
that?
For real.
Did you guys create any new memories that you want to share doing that?
Did you
Well, the
make a
crew's all
memory
there,
box?
so it would have been on camera. So
Shucks.
You had to throw it in
Had
there.
to throw it in
You
there.
can come to a Bell meeting.
Oh, there you go.
There we go,
Count
right?
me in.
Those sound fun, y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, anything else? Let's do predictions, and we'll see. She knows. I mean, they finished. right?
Spooky. It's like a little haunted house in here.
It's true. Okay, who wants to start?
Levon and Lemon are gonna do it.
Soon enough.
So
soon
bad.
enough. I know.
She comes in a robe and shit.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. The preview for next week.
I do have a prediction. It's about George and AB.
Okay.
And I still hold to what I said before about George ultimately leaving. Now, the twist may be
too.
AB may be with him. They just had this interesting conversation when he brought up, when they were at dinner, about when he went to New York and so much adventure, and he was afraid of sushi, which I didn't get that, but, you know.
I was afraid of sushi.
Were you?
I was too the first time I ever ate it. Oh, yeah.
It's weird looking.
You don't think to eat raw
No, you
fish
don't.
when you're a kid.
And it's too colorful.
Really?
I like it.
I love
do
it.
too. I love it.
But I mean, it was just, he brought it up again, and she was, you know, she said what she said about, he complimented her by going to nursing school. It's like, it's just these little nuggets that they're throwing
Well, he
in
can't
there.
live on a boathouse for the rest of his life. And he's getting bored. Like, is he still being an attorney? Like, is he
mentioned a
still a
case.
lawyer? Like,
He is the manager for the Truett brothers
And
quite possibly Meatball. So
I guess that's
a
his new
busy
thing.
job.
I don't know that he's that fulfilled, you guys. I feel like I do. I feel like he's leaving.
I feel like he's leaving. Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of thing where it's like, maybe you're at Zoe and Wade's wedding, and he's like best man, but then, you know, gets on the bus and go, you know, it's like one of those kind of
or he
things. You know what I
confesses
mean?
his love for Zoe.
No.
And then it all starts again.
No.
We're like, no.
Although I do hope that Zoe and Wade continue on this fun little
Right,
back and forth.
absolutely.
Like, I don't want any drama with them now. Let it be Lemon and her whole. She's dealing with a lot for everybody right now.
Yeah, I
you
feel
know.
like Zoe and Wade are off limits. I just feel like that to
I hope-
upset that happy home would almost just be wrong.
I hope
like,
we
just
end
let
in a
that ride.
wedding.
Well, every season ends in a wedding.
That's true. That's true. That's about all I've got.
Hold on. So if you did see a conflict with Zoe and Wade, what would it be?
I feel like it has to be not anything with their. I feel like their relationship's solid at this point. I don't want it to be anything like you're flirting, you know, like stupid stuff. I want it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like over how they're going to raise their kid.
So
Definitely.
season 5 would be there's a baby and everybody can't sleep.
Right. And it's
Okay.
like, what do we do?
Okay.
I mean, if there's a
And he
season
has-
5, there definitely has to be conflict. Like, sooner or later, it has
Right.
to be.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
why
you
I'm
know,
like,
you
what
can't
the-
just-
That's true.
Yeah,
Go
it has
straight
to be. But like these next 2 or 3 episodes, let that just
You're like,
ride. Yeah, let's slide.
Alright.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Oh, y'all. Good talking. That
You
was
guys
a
are
good
smart.
episode.
Oh, well, thank you.
She knows everything.
I know.
And soon enough, we will
pry it
too.
out of her.
3 more episodes left of
Wow,
season 4
I
of
cannot
Hart of
believe
Dixie.
that.
Fast.
I know. It's moving quickly.
And it's wrapping up really quickly. Like, you're right. Levon and Lemon were sitting on a bench just saying that they liked each other, and he was like, I'm here. And now they're scrumping and doing it the next
Well,
episode.
we don't
I mean,
know,
it's
but
like-
she definitely staying
Never heard
over.
that word.
That's my word.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a good one.
Thank you.
Just scrumping? Is that
Scrumping.
what, oh.
Well,
my word.
we shall see soon enough.
Sounds cute.
Yeah. It's very innocent.
It's like rabbit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, y'all. On that note, we will see you guys next week. Where can they find you guys to keep up and follow what's going on next, Brandi?
On the CW.
Yeah. Every Friday night.
Friday night.
And on Twitter, again.
Yes. At Brandi Burkhardt.
Perfect. You don't have to spell it again. We got
Okay.
that thing. And it's up on the screen. Yeah. Okay, what about you guys?
You can catch me at TJ Wagging Her Tail.
You guys can find me on my site, thefancyhippie.com, or on all social media at thefancyhippie.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at southern_wit and on my blog, chasingcountry.com. See y'all next week. See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.